So this is an update for day 17, 18, 19. I've overfed the last couple of days because one day I had a massive curry that was good for me and put out, and then the next today I had a big breakfast this morning, which I'd asked for the night before, but there were lots of leftovers. There was too much done. There were leftovers on the middle table. None of the rest of the family would well, one member would help, but the rest of the family wouldn't really help with the leftovers. They didn't like, so they weren't going to eat any. So idiot here eats them all. I had a bit of a rant off it because I was like annoyed at myself really that it gets to this point where people can say, well, put it in the fridge and have it another time, but what ends up in this one is goes in the fridge, spends a bloody week there, and then just gets thrown into the bin. So it's just waste. I can't stand waste. I've just been brainwashed not to have waste. So really, I've got to try and get myself removed from this, get it separate. This is my journey. This is what I've got to do, and I'm kind of not being mardy, but I am in it to a degree on my own. And the people around me are still going to be, if I rely on them and ask, and they do me some food, they're going to do me too much. Um, I'm going to be an idiot and eat it. I can't just leave it. I'm going to eat it anyway. The other thing is about our bedtimes. We keep saying, "Oh, we stay up too late. We stay up too late. We get too late." And even tonight, you know, the rest of the family didn't come down to start watching television until about nearly 9 o'clock at night. We're going to start to 11, 12 o'clock. It's not going to, it's not going to be this utopia that we thought of getting up early starting. But that's just the way it is. Even though I mention these points over and over again, we just fall into the same cycle. Then I'm in bed late. Then I'm not going to sleep till 1, 2 o'clock. Then I'm up late or I'm up early tired. And then I eat and so forth and so on. So I don't. It's a bit sensitive on this because obviously, I'm kind of I might be offering things out as criticism, but I'm not in a way. I'm just saying of the situation around me and what I've got to learn to navigate. And I'm just saying it for other people out there because I think there are other people there. There are people around you and they mean well, and they'll say the right words, but their actions still they'll just treat you as the old person who's overweight or whatever, and just the person who does what you do. Oh yeah, you're the person who finishes off the leftovers and stays up late watching telly kind of thing. And you know what I mean? I don't think they're doing it nastily to there's nastiness, and I just think it's just like, yeah, they kind of go, you lose the weight, but they're just like, they're not thinking at the time possibly of the weaknesses I've got. I'm probably a bit of a food addict basically as well, and I certainly can't stand waste. So yeah, I'm going to do a weigh in tomorrow, come what way. I've got a horrible feeling I'm going to have put weight on. I might have gone up back to 26 stone, but I am realizing things about what I'm going to do on the journey on the way. This is everything. It's down to me in the end of the day. It's down to me as an individual, and I've got to make sure it's that way. And I've got to kind of separate myself out from other meals and separate myself out away from it so that I don't get lured into having some great big meal. You know and lured into late nights watching telly. I've got to take control of my own behaviour, and regardless of what people are doing around me. Um, and so that's the update for today. I hope this helps somebody. It's probably going to put me into lumber, but I'm trying not to criticise those that are around me. I don't really mean it to be criticism. It's just an observation of how things kind of evolve, and I just think it helps for me to put videos like this, warts and all, so other people who are facing the weight loss, they might have similar kind of problems. You've got people who are around you, love you, who think the world of you, or whatever they may do, but they still feed you, or they still help you to adopt the bad habits that you've adopted over the last few years without possibly even realising it. Anyway, that's it for tonight. I'm going to finish tonight. Bit of a long one, that. So well done if you got to the end. Join me next time. There will be a weigh in tomorrow, and I'm going to try and get back on track. Okay? Thanks. Bye for now.